Slakistan. I'm here with Moe Yaqub, dear friend of the podcast, Moe Yaqub.
It's Mohtasham.
You're doing the whole thing now?
I expected better from a Desi guy.
Hey, it's Mo on everything else. So
I know, because white people can't say.
Okay. We're rolling. We're recording. We're good. Yeah. All right, let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Slakistan. We're obviously in a new location. Thank God, because that old place was basically getting very, very tired. Every time we'd be interrupted by a bunch of white girls shopping with coffee. It was like a flea market, like outside. Really? Yeah. So like we were like in this glass case, and like one part was like blurred out, it was like mirrored. But then this part right here, where you could see like into the whole studio, was like clear. So people come up and tap the glass like we're animals.
Yeah.
Like I've never felt more demeaned as a like comedian and content. Like
never seen two brown people talking to each other. Oh, this is hilarious.
People would bring their children and be like, see, this is what happens when you don't finish, when you don't get a master's degree. This is what happens.
Yeah.
It's like look at these comedians try. And sometimes tourists would come and just stare, like just nothing, just stare.
They're like, well, we can't believe what is happening over here right now.
And the mirror cut off here, so I don't know what they were doing below the waist. I don't know what was happening, but yeah, we're here now. So like and subscribe, share, please. We're going to be recording at my friend's basement studio. Shout out to them. Thank you so much for having us. Our guest today is a close friend of mine, very, very funny comedian, fellow Pakistani.
Yeah.
Different class, same country.
I was
Mohtasham Yaqub. Do you claim Minnesota? Like, is that a thing, or that you just?
I do actually. I was thinking about getting a tattoo the other day.
Were you getting Minnesota before Pakistan?
No, it's like an outline of like the Pakistani map, and then an outline of the Minnesota map.
And would you make them kiss? Like,
yeah, I'm like represent, you know, like dolls,
like a gay Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Like represent.
With the power combined, I am Captain.
I forbid all Jews from entering this. So, do you do rep Minnesota? Because that's where you started out.
Yeah, that's where I started like 12 years ago.
Did you choose Minnesota? Like, so frame this for me.
Here's the thing. I didn't want to come to America. That's the honest truth.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. When I was in college, I was bullied all throughout high school, and then I went to college.
You'll never go to America.
Yeah. And I was like, one day I'll show you. No, I was bullied a lot in high school, and then in college, I made friends with like girls. And then I was like popular, like immediately.
Okay.
Like I stayed in college in Pakistan for not even half a semester, maybe 3 months, maybe.
Oh.
And I'm still friends with everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. That went to that college. They still think that I was there for like 2-3 years. And I was like, no, there for like 2 months, maybe.
You were a cultural impact. That's what.
Yeah. And I didn't want to come to America. Even like the interview I did for my visa was I was like, I'm going to say whatever comes to my mind.
Really?
Yeah. They were like, who lives in Minnesota? And I was like, my uncle. They were like, how did they get there? I was like, I don't know, on a plane. They're like, no, we meant
the
what
Mayflower.
kind of visa? Yeah. What kind of visa? So, yeah. And then he was here, and then I came to
Your
Minnesota.
uncle was here. That wasn't a lie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I came for school.
So you didn't want to go to school in Pakistan? You were just like, fuck
I
this shit?
wanted to, but my parents were like, no, you're going to America.
Oh.
And I was like, fine. Like, I didn't even pack my...
I've heard of arranged marriages. I've never heard of arranged immigration.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what happened.
Mo, look at this girl. Like, that's the flag of America. That's not a girl.
They're like, that's her future right there. You can't say no. I swear to God, I didn't even pack my bags. Like, my bags were packed by my parents. Yeah. Pretty much. Just a bag at the corner.
Like on a stick? Like,
Yeah. No, my luggage was packed by my parents.
Bro, what?
Yeah. So half of the
Damn,
suitcase
they kicked
was...
you out.
Pretty much. They were like...
This is reverse Home Alone. Like,
yeah.
this is...
Like, pretty much half of the bag was just thermals. Because they're like, it's so cold. It's so cold. You have no idea. Yeah. It wasn't that bad.
Where in Minnesota were you?
Like Minneapolis.
Okay. All right. Okay. Because I have a close friend that's from Duluth.
Yeah. That's a little bit.
Like, we're just known for backpacks. I'm like, really?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But
Yeah.
they're fire backpacks. Like, I've seen them. It's a nice leather backpack.
Backpack so they can pack their shit and get the fuck out of there as quickly as they can.
How ironic. You like, if they send you to Duluth,
the
one place where they sell
like,
backpacks.
this is what we're known for, a backpack. Please pack it up and leave.
Starts triggering your tears. Like, a backpack is the last thing my parents gave me.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they packed it out. And I thank them to this day because I'm very glad that I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, it panned out, right?
USA.
Yeah, you get to walk around showing your haram parts, drinking Starbucks coffee. You know,
that's not haram.
No, that's haram.
Oh yeah, shorts. Sorry, my bad. Guys, please close your eyes.
It's free. Let it fly here, baby. It's good.
When I was a kid, we used to read the Quran, you know, like the holy book, the right one. Thank you. And we had this like guy who would like come over and teach us. And I was wearing shorts. Yeah. And I was wearing shorts one time.
Oh, dude, I made that same
And then he was like, this is haram. And then he had a marker, so he just colored my whole legs. So he made pants out of my legs by just coloring. It was like, you can't wear shorts. And I was like, I can't go home and change. He goes like, no, too late. He just colored my whole leg so it looks like I was wearing pants. And I was like pretty sure that's not how it works. Yeah.
Just starts bringing the marker up your thigh.
Pretty sure God doesn't have like glasses on, you know? He doesn't have, he has 20/20 vision, I'm pretty sure. He's not out there. It was like, well, looks like pants to me.
Didn't God sort of invent pants? So wouldn't he like know what pants are? You
can't fool God with a marker. He was like, I got this. I figured it out. I know how to make it look like pants.
Just redacted your legs.
Yeah, pretty much. I go home, take my shorts, it's just white and then just black for no reason.
So I made the same mistake, right? And so he was like, mine was allowed to hit us. So
same. Yeah.
So he like made me like, they're already shorts, and then he was like, raise them up. And he was like, raise them up, and I raised them up. And he like hit my thighs. Like he just started hitting my thighs. And by the time I was done, I was like, well, now I have to keep them high up here because it burns now. So it's even shorter shorts at that point. I was like, this feels more haram.
Yeah, he's like, not short enough, you know? Like hitting you.
Come here with your soft, silky legs.
Also, it's so funny. I tell this story, I get canceled. It's like, you can't believe he did black legs. Like, it's like, what the fuck, dude? I didn't do it. You know, like,
did it make you faster? No.
Oh, man. No, yeah.
So you were safe from car yourself when you came here to Minnesota?
Yeah, and then I came here to Minnesota.
You went to school in Minnesota then?
Yeah.
What a strange experience.
It was so weird. Like my first, so I came here, I was living with my uncle. I was staying with him. And then I was going to this like small university first. It's called Metro State. And it was literally for people who forgot that college was a thing. And at 58, they were like, I need education. So it's just me and a bunch of like 50-80-year-olds. And I was like, really? I left girls for this?
I was just going to say, it's not the dream of college you have in America.
No, not at all. Like it was the complete reverse.
Yeah.
And it was weird. And then there was like another university that was an hour and a half away from where he lived. And then I was like, you know, they have the best accounting program. Just made it up. You know, I think if I go there, I'll get like, you don't even have to do like full credits. You can graduate with 90. And it's so cheap. And I got a scholarship. They give everybody a scholarship. I think I got a scholarship. Because
if you can sign your name without assistance, you get a scholarship.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the date today? Can you read the time? Closing out. Dude, that place, the acceptance rate was 100%. We got the best
program out here. Yeah.
Like, I don't even think you applied for that place. You just walked in and they were like, whoa, congratulations. You go here. No.
You walk in and straight to graduation.
Yeah, pretty much.
You walk first.
In and you put your arms up and they put the gown on. And they're like, walk that stage.
Feel like a low-level pope.
Yeah. Yeah. And so then I went there, and that's when I started having like a real American experience.
As in girls.
Yeah, and everything.
Because you're not a big partier. So
No, not at all.
That's what usually gets. That's what got me. Like I came in, like I went to college to Farooq, and like I went crazy. I had never experienced freedom before, and like they were like, your campus is all of New York City. I'm like, you're giving me no self like you're setting me up over here.
Yeah.
Every night I would be out. Like I would just go to Queens, Brooklyn, and I'm in Staten Island. So like I would anything not to go back to Staten Island.
Mine was because I was like very secluded. Like all my life growing up, my parents were like, you know, 8 p.m. you gotta be home. You can't be out when it's dark outside, and blah blah. So like even when I was 18, I got a cell phone when I was like 18.
Yeah.
Like a couple months before moving to America, they were like, okay, you can have a cell phone, but only limited texts because they don't want you to text anybody. I was like, what the fuck?
Would you have jazz?
Yeah, and now my mom is like, you don't have a girlfriend? You're a loser. And I was like, you trained me to be
You didn't let
one.
me communicate with people until I was 18 years old.
Yeah, that even barely, with supervision.
You were raised like the Unabomber.
Pretty much, yeah. And then, and then I went to that university and, just got out of my shell a little bit. There was no Pakistani people there.
I can't imagine in
Minnesota. So I was just like speaking English the whole time. So that's how I got like better at the accent thing.
Your accent is pretty similar. You think speaking Urdu allows you to like kind of mimic accents a little bit better?
No, I think I'm just good at impressions. So it was easier for me to pick it up. I think that's what it was.
I feel like there's if your language I feel like is more diverse in sound, I think it allows you to pick up things quicker. Like I feel like
no, I have friends who have thick accents and they grew up with me. And they're like, this is so funny. One time they're like, there's like two brothers, and one time they like sat me down and they were like, "You're a liar," and I was like, "What?" He was like, "You're not telling us the secret on how to not have an accent." What courses did you take? What class did you take to learn? I was like, I didn't take anything. It just happened. Like I'm not.
You're taking a master class on how to be Perdu.
Yeah. I'm like, it's not like I'm purposefully being like, and this is how we talk. God damn it, I was like, I think it just happens. They were like, no, you are not telling us. This is bullshit. And I was like,
tell us the truth.
Yeah.
Like there's too many. Too many articles in there.
Yeah.
Like, what is an article?
Yeah. What does the article do? And I was like, you can't just put it after that too, No, So and then St. Cloud was great. Made great friendships.
St. Cloud is where you went to?
Yeah. For my undergrad, yeah.
Charlie St. Cloud. Wow, what a people film so many movies about Minnesota, but no one lives there. That's very strange.
That's hilarious. And it was so weird because it was a university where the university was so liberal.
Okay.
And then literally you step a block outside, just Confederate flags. Everywhere.
That makes sense. A lot of like Midwest, Southern places like that. Like if you go to like a campus or like a small city, right? Like even Austin, right? Like you go to like small spaces, they're like tiny liberal spaces.
Yeah.
And you step outside and you're like, I understand why you made your small space. I understand why you have like a little small enclosed space because it is not safe. I don't know what a sundown town was for a long time until I traveled outside to the south and they're like, yeah, if you're gonna go past these towns, past like 7 or whatever, don't pull over here to get gas or anything.
Really? That bad?
Yeah, because you just don't not welcome there.
Not as a
It's not like you'll get murdered, but they just may not help you or provide you service or just don't want you there generally,
Yeah.
I never experienced it, but I was like, I'm not trying to have that experience. I'm not going to confirm this. If you tell me a rumor that someone's racist, I don't need to go confirm that.
I do comedy at a lot of colleges. There's a college it's up in Minnesota. It's called Bemidji State University. It's like maybe 3.5 hours away from the city.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I was like working at a day job and I'm dirt poor right now. I'm on unemployment. But at that time, I had a very
the American
good
dream,
job.
baby.
Yeah, there you go, welfare. I am what immigrants think, what racists think immigrants do when they come to this country.
He's rich back home. Like,
that's the fucked up part. Yeah. But I was
the poor are milking the system. Like, no, the rich are milking the system. Meanwhile, there's Moe like, I'm not even from here.
So I had a very expensive car. I bought a very expensive car.
Yeah. When we first met, you told me about this. I was like, dude, you gotta get rid of that.
I know,
New York,
and
like,
I did.
Fuck
Yeah,
that, dude.
But so I was like driving that to the gig, and then there's no service. The hotels are fully booked because there's some fishing competition going on. So obviously, every white person in that state was horny. So they all just went there.
That's their hut.
Fish,
That's their mucka right there. Like that's
pretty much.
Their pilgrimage. Right
Yeah, pilgrimage. Yeah.
Go around the lake.
Yeah. Walleye, trout. Yeah. Like we go to like Hajj and Umrah and we shave our heads either completely or that's them. Like they're kind of fishes. How good was your pilgrimage? Well, I caught a walleye. So, oh my God, congratulations.
They love fishing.
Yeah, dude, and so I couldn't find a hotel, and I had to drive like down without any GPS, and I had no idea how to get home, and I took the wrong turns and stuff, and I was at this gas station, and people look weird. Like, how's a brown guy driving that? You know? And I remember one time I was driving, and it was just a straight road. Like on the side, there's
But it's
no
pitch
trees.
dark, right?
No, it was no trees, no nothing. Open field, just a straight road
That's
for at
scary or
least 2
something.
hours with moonlight. And it was full moon.
That's so scary.
Yeah. Like if I turned my headlights off, I could still see because of the moonlight.
Wow.
And it was a summer, so there were like deers and stuff outside too.
Yeah.
And I like kept driving, and I had no idea where I was going. And I found a casino,
Oh.
like huge casino, like with a hotel attached to it. It was
Explaining
that
a
big.
casino to someone back home sounds so crazy. Like, yeah, it's a place where you spend money to lose money. And they're
Yeah,
like,
pretty much. Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
There are a lot of lights,
There's
you know.
a lot
Yeah.
of light.
There's a thing you can spin, and it goes like, and then tells you how much money you lost.
And most of the time, people lose and walk away, with debt on their hands. And you'd be like, do people do this? Yeah, it's a fun activity. This
Yeah,
is what people
pretty
do for vacation, actually.
Yeah.
They do this to relax. They lose money.
They make money, then on weekends, that's what they do. Yeah.
And even if you like make money, you're gonna go spend it on hookers and cocaine. It's not. You're not gonna.
Yeah.
It doesn't go into a savings account.
That's the
no
American
one's a
way.
responsible gambler. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. But anyways, I got there, and in the morning I woke up and I asked people like, where am I? Can you like show me on the map and stuff? And they did. I was literally at the border of Canada. So I drove the wrong way.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I take this exit, take this. They gave me a paper map. So I used the paper map for the first time.
It looked like you were almost trying to escape the country.
Yeah. Dude, what if I like took the wrong exit and was in Canada, and I came back and they were like, where's your green card? I'm like, at home.
Illegal immigrant would be hilarious in Canada too, of all places. Usually it's the opposite. People get here. They don't go to Canada.
Yeah. But I did the opposite.
You dumb criminal.
Made a career here, made a lot of money, bought an expensive car, and I was like, it's time to move to better places. I just can't.
You gotta go flex on these Canadian
Yeah. What is it, a loony?
So
then I drove back.
Okay.
Got home. And when I got home, I was really tired, and I like got out of my car. And then I looked over at the stereo because I disconnected my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and I realized the car had a GPS system in the car that I could have used the whole time, but I didn't, like an idiot.
So
yeah.
focus on the moonlight.
Yeah, I was like, oh, these stars. Yeah.
They don't have this back home.
Yeah. I have to go back to that university in August. So, yeah, next month. Yeah.
Why are you going back to school?
No, just to
Just to
do
perform.
stand-up, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy entry. Like, oh, didn't
yeah.
you perform here last year? Like
Yeah.
back in school, huh?
Yeah,
comedy's not
yeah.
panning out. There's no bigger tell than you going back to school that
Yeah,
comedy's
yeah.
not working out.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my bachelor's.
In crowd work?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So, what do you do for a living? How long have you guys known each other for?
Perfect place to get abducted by aliens, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Be doing you a favor. By the way, where are you on the alien situation? Are you an alien denier, alien believer?
No,
Don't care?
I definitely believe in aliens. You don't believe in aliens?
No, I do. I'm just a little skeptic in the sense, like, why would they come here?
Why not?
I heard they're so ghetto. Like, why the fuck would you come here? We're on fire. The ocean's protesting us. Like,
Yeah.
the ocean is like enough with people,
Sure.
And we're not like, if they can travel interstellar, right?
Uh-huh.
Why would they be impressed by anything we have?
I think it's the same reason why people go on vacation, to Pakistan. I'm like, you live in America. You don't have to go to Pakistan.
Are you saying Earth is their Karachi? Like,
Pretty much, yeah. They're like, we got to see how the poor are living, the unintelligent are living. Just take a spaceship, like yeah. See, kids, if you didn't study, this would be you. It's just the aliens to Earth.
There's an alien out there who took a wrong turn in the galaxy and almost ended up on Earth, and like has the same harrowing story that you have about Canada. It's like, yo, I almost ended up on Earth. It's like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Could have never come back after that.
Didn't believe I had like intergalactic powers where I could transport anywhere I wanted to. I completely forgot.
Yeah, Earth is so ghetto. Why would you come here? And then people have theories about like, okay, the internet was gifted to us by the aliens. Like I feel like they threw it out. They were, like you donate things.
This model doesn't work.
Doesn't work. We can communicate telepathically.
Yeah.
We don't need the internet.
You know how sometimes when you go outside, you'll see these poles and you'll see like sneakers at the top. Yeah. That's internet for the aliens.
The
They're
first
like,
modem was just slung over like a galaxy.
Yeah, we don't want this, you know. We're like, we'll take it. Thank you so much, Saya.
I'm an alien, not a denier or anything. It was just the evidence needs to be stronger. And then that would make me think like, okay, because like, okay, you watch sci-fi movies about aliens and stuff. And firstly, they always come to America. I'm like, why would they come to America? If they would go anywhere, it would be seamless to blend. It would be like a remote place, wouldn't it? Because like it'd be harder to tell. And,
yeah,
easier to hide. You know, why would you go to like New York? You can't hide shit in New York.
Yeah, but when you're from the outside, you're like looking at all those lights, and you're like, that's where the party is. Maybe that's what it is.
I suppose, yeah.
You know, yeah. Attracted to heat signatures. Yeah.
Okay, so
and you know all the baddies in New York.
He literally made that joke yesterday. It's really? The same exact.
Well, I should quit comedy.
I mean, they talk remains, but it's like remains of like, and that's the other thing is like, why do you kill them?
What, the aliens?
What
you have to? It's like, you know, threat from the outside. You have
what if he's just trying to vibe?
Huh? Not every. I feel like your whole knowledge of aliens is coming from the Indian movie, you know, Jadoo. Jadoo. Yeah. Whereas like, it's like
Jadoo and E.T. Like that's all I got.
Jadoo is like musical E.T. That's what it is. Yeah. It's literally E.T., but then they put a spin on it, but adding like dance routines in it. Where it's like even the alien is dancing.
To write a movie, like an Indian movie about
about aliens. That's it, right? Like koi mil gaya.
Like the name was definitely supposed to be like Alien Masala or something like, but a little too on the nose. A little too on the nose.
Brown alien. Alien who likes tea. And I was like, come on, ChatGPT. Can't do
I was so jealous when India was like, because I was a kid when Jadoo came out, right? When that came out, like younger, and I was like, bro, India's getting aliens now. We can't even get electricity in the full fucking country. They got aliens.
Because I have to ask you this question. Like I, or maybe I'm just different. Even when people talk about Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, I don't know. Maybe because I don't know. I just still see that as one.
Yeah.
Like I would see Bollywood movies and I would connect with it because I'm like, oh yeah, that's us.
Moving here or living here, you learn you learn how many more similarities there are than differences, and how pretty much everyone's kind of curious about each other. Yeah. Like over there's more this idea of separation because people want to assert their identity. Like Pakistanis want to be like, we are Pakistani, and like Bengalis, and also because we all divorced from each other, right? So it's kind of hard to like pedal that back. So the only way forward is to be like, I guess we're not that different. And you see that more in like people. Like governments, I feel like want to assert that more thing. But amongst people
or like the hateful people.
Yeah, hateful people.
I think like, that's what it is.
But I feel like that's such a minority, but they're the loudest voices. So you feel like growing up, I felt a certain type of like, nahi hum Pakistani hain, and this, and then I would see like, you know, like Indian propaganda movies against Pakistan. So like it felt like that sentiment was strong there. And then you get out and you'd be like, we're all just trying to vibe. Like we're all just trying to eat biryani at the same time and just like hide from our parents. But that's all we're trying to do.
Like I am Punjabi, right? So I feel more attached to that culture.
Exactly. Punjab is a great example because like it's it transcends the whole border dispute.
Yeah. Like even like Pakistani Punjabi and Indian Punjabi, I feel like are more aligned with each other.
Punjabis have this weird familial sort of, it transcends the whole border thing, right? Like I said, like and
the religion is completely
Sikhism,
different.
That's what I'm saying. So
it's completely different. Yeah.
I wasn't aware there's a big Sikh community in Pakistan. I wasn't, because I didn't meet that many. Karachi doesn't have that much of a Sikh community anyways. We had a Hindu community, that was a weird thing. We had one Hindu kid in our school in DHA, and the girls were crazy for him because it was hot that he was Hindu.
Really?
Because he was forbidden, like.
For us, it was different. We had one Christian, and nobody talked to him.
Bro, nobody cares.
He's like, we're still friends. He lives in London now, and I talk to him every now and then. But I remember like, we're pretty racist against him when we were like growing up.
Yeah. It was felt so normal.
Like extreme.
Extreme.
Yeah.
Don't eat with him, or like don't eat with him. His hands are unclean, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But and then you're like,
if you took a bite of something, you're like, no, can't do it. Yeah.
Now I have to get a new burger.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a lot of that,
man?
but
That's
then
fucked up. Yeah.
I was also kind of like isolated in the way that I was the foreign kid because I was American. Like it was because I wasn't like as Pakistani as them.
Yeah.
And then I was also like lower middle class. So I wasn't like same class as them also. There's a lot of that. So it kind of like put me in, weirdly enough, I always somehow ended up on the outsiders for one reason or the other. Like even here, like in Staten Island, like when I came to school here, the Italian Irish kids didn't want to hang out with me, like typical jocks and shit, you know, kept calling me Kumar and like, you know, like just didn't, you know, anything about Pakistan. They kept calling me Indian. So I was like, I don't want to hang out with these kids. The only kids that hung out with me were the punk kids. Cause they're like, you're different and that's punk. I'm like, whatever.
We didn't have anything like that in Pakistan. Like, you know, like punk kids, jocks, blah, blah. We only had 2 groups.
Yeah.
Famous, not famous.
That's
and that was pretty much about it.
That's the class difference, right? It's like, does someone
people
come
like
pick you up from
people
school?
don't like you.
Does someone come pick you up from school like in a
Yes.
nice air conditioned car, or do you take the bus home?
Oh no. People came to pick me up. We had
I
a
took the bus home.
driver.
We wouldn't have been
dad
friends.
would come, huh?
We wouldn't have been in the
I
same
wouldn't
group.
even look at you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No,
First
wow.
of all, I'd be like, he's poor, yuck. And then second, I was like, look at his skin color, it's so dark.
Yeah. And I'd be like, nah, I think Mo doesn't like
Totally
me 'cause he's gay.
Yeah.
He's so burger. Like, he's
Yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
He definitely kisses his friends, man.
Yeah.
That was such a soft kiss.
Yeah, that's how I kiss. Yeah.
The homies?
Yeah. You know, just like,
Good morning.
really, yeah. Really put my
Assembly
lips out there, you know, so our noses don't touch. Yeah.
Yeah, big nose problem.
No, but I wasn't, I wasn't, I was bullied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Just the looks. Like
Too
literally
pretty?
girls would bully me. Like there's
Oh.
girls who were like,
Girls are vicious out there.
we used to have like MSN messengers.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
They'd like go
What was your
home.
screen name?
It was Omniplex _365.
Omniplex?
Yeah, and the reason why I put that name was because it was written on my CPU. That was the name of the company.
You were the first bot?
Yeah. That's the name. It's like user 23458 right now. You know, on TikTok we have like user and like a huge number. That was me.
Mine was so cheesy.
What was it?
American Badass. I saw the Undertaker have that on his like bike and shit. I was like, that's who I am.
Yeah.
That's me right there.
Yeah.
Me and you, Taker, same.
Mine, people would ask me like, "What does it mean?" And I was like, "Oh, you don't even know." You know.
But because I was fat, they would be like, American Badass.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, how did this backfire? Like, I blame you, Undertaker.
Yeah, but I feel like people would have liked you because you were from America.
They did initially, right?
Yeah.
But then they see that I'm not typically American. Like, I don't want to be like the burger kids. Like, I don't want to be fully Western either. So that was kind of like a turnoff for them. And also, sure, you're American, but they'd be confused. Like, you're American, but you're not rich. We're not computing. Like, they don't hand you money when you get to the airport.
Yeah.
There's no minority reward out here.
There is, and it's called unemployment, guys. You guys should avail it as much as possible.
I'm thinking about getting on it myself.
Yeah.
It pays better than my job. Apparently,
It does. But also, people don't realize unemployment, that's my money.
like just
I
water,
paid unemployment.
Starbucks. You understand? I'm working for this. He's getting it for free.
Thank you, yeah. No, I've worked, like, that's my money.
Yeah.
People don't get it. Unemployment is my money that I paid on my paycheck.
Yeah, it's true.
That I'm asking the government to please give me back. you
Yeah,
know?
but the elites don't want you to think that. They want you to think that you're some sort of
Yeah,
leeching
people don't
shit,
get it.
you know?
But yeah, no, but I was bullied a lot, and
So girls bullied you? What they bullied you?
yeah, so like MSN Messenger,
Frog
like
eyes and shit?
somebody was like, "Oh, Mohtasham has a crush on you," and she came up to me and she started yelling at me. She was like, "If you ever dare to have a crush on me," she goes like, "I threw up in my mouth when somebody told me that," and then she spit on me, and then she left, and I was like,
I love this so much.
and I was like, and that's why now I'm into girls spitting on my face during sex. I was like,
And the kink was born.
Yeah. Tell me you want to throw up in your mouth when you see me.
She's hearing like, the Valkyrie and like a really like metal death, like anger music in her head. And you're just like falling in love.
Dude, it was so intense. I cried for like months. And I was like, yeah.
For its heartbreak.
Yeah. No, I didn't even like her. That's not me telling that I have a crush on her. They bullied me by telling her that, hey, he has a crush on you.
That was how they bullied. They set you up like that. Like,
Yeah.
they'd be like, oh, blah blah. Like, your boys would do that to you. Like, oh, blah blah. The crush on
he
you.
likes
She'd
you.
call me like, don't you ever with your? They would call me like blackface. Like, you know, they'd be like, with your black face, with your black thoughts. I'm like, black thoughts. I don't know if having black thoughts.
You having dreams every now and then about
with your black dreams.
Yeah.
Like, what is with this?
With your civil rights and equal rights for everybody.
I'll be honest. I felt more like Malcolm X and MLK in that moment.
Yeah.
I was like, burn this shit down.
Yeah,
burn this shit down. And then at the end, they'd be like, and even if you were light skinned, you'd still be fat. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
What the hell, dude?
They
were really mean. Yeah.
And there was like sort of this like, as a guy, you can't really do, and okay, you can't like really like, it seem uncool, you know, if you like, you know, react or whatever, like too much, like if you like yell or if you overreact, then that's just kind of seen like, oh, you can't take it, can't take a little.
No, I would react by crying.
That's fine, but if you yell back, or you see, you can't get into it with a girl. Basically,
it was so funny. There's a kid in my class. I want to name him, but I'm not right now in life because he's still doing way better than I am. When not on unemployment. Yeah. When I do start doing better than him, then I'll say his name. And I'm like, man, fuck him.
Oh, I got a list like Arya Stark.
Yeah.
I say it every night before I go to bed.
Yeah.
Mom, Dad, the cashier at Starbucks.
Yeah. So, that kid, like he was very rich. Like he had a pool in his house. And he had like a drum kit.
So like that's like is a diplomat kid or some shit.
Yeah. Well, his dad was an accountant, which was like weird, but I'm sure he was doing other things too. Yeah, no accountant has that kind of money. And he had like a drum kit, and he was like very cool. Like everybody wanted to be his friend. And he came up to me and he goes like, "Yeah, I have a birthday party, and I'm inviting everybody from class except you, because I hate you." And I'm like, what?
Are you sure you didn't go to school on the set of Mean Girls?
Yeah, bro, I don't know. Dude. And this is what I did. I started crying, and her mom would like pick him up, you know, in her Mercedes.
Yeah.
So I like saw the Mercedes. I like left school like before everybody, and I went up to her and I started crying. And I was like, he invited everybody but me. And she goes like, don't worry, I invite you. And I was,
oh, that's so sad.
And I did go to that birthday party where the whole birthday was just me and then everybody else having fun.
Hey guys, it's pretty fun here too if you want to.
Yeah. They gave me like food separately too, like I was Christian or something, you know? I was like, no, I'm Muslim. Yeah. You know, like eat this, you know?
Yeah, you know, people like don't understand like the way that people like ostracize you over there is different. They ostracize you in front of everybody. Like over here, like you just forgotten, right? Like people just don't invite you to something, but like someone will come up to you and be like, I just want you to know you're not like us.
Yeah.
Like they'll let you know that. Because
people are like, you know, like I face racism, but it doesn't hurt as much as that like explicit bullying hurts, you know? So I have a pretty thick skin now.
And I had to, that's why like that's one of the main things, like if someone was like, what made you think that you could handle comedy? I was like, dude, like growing up in Pakistan, the bullying was different because there was no repercussions for kids because they're rich kids.
Nothing.
And the thing is, so what would happen was we'd have a blue passport, so people would see our blue passport, schools especially, and they'd be like, yes, come in. Yes, we want American kids here. You know, so like we would get into really good schools, and it'd be like an American scholarship, which is just like our passport, so they give us like a little bit of a discount on the school fee. So I went to DHA Phase 8, right? And that's like where, like you said, all celebrity kids went. Like Janae Jamshed's kids went there.
Yeah.
Vital Signs, the guitarist, like his kid went there. Remember the song? The original one, like in the Pakistani.
I remember it like being better, but sure.
Yeah, definitely better.
I remember that.
I can't hit that note, but that his nieces went there. Like a lot of like just, you know, parallel to celebrity, like, you know, and again, like it's army run, so like half the kids were army kids.
Yeah.
And those are like, they're above celebrity. People don't understand that, like
100% in Pakistan.
Like they would come in with like they would come in with like a pickup truck.
Yeah.
The kids would sit in the front and there'd be like 4 guards in the back of the pickup truck.
Bureaucracy is like more champion.
Yeah. So there was like all these like diplomat kids and like, you know, majors kids and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember like they would come in and like get like on their like nice RAV4s and like, you know what I mean? Like all plated out and shit. And I would just be like, then they would see me, an American kid, like with my Scooby-Doo backpack and shit, get on like a beat down bus and be like, something's wrong with this picture.
Yeah.
And then people are like, hey, we won't judge you. Did you steal the American passport? Like, is it fake? And I'm like, no, it's real.
Because they're like, where'd you get it? Can we get it?
They thought I stole my accent.
Yeah.
They're like, because the accent never went away, right?
Yeah.
So they were like, how come you have an American accent? And then some time had passed too. And they were like, people thought I was like faking it after a while, especially when we switched schools, and they'd be like, oh, so you were from Gulistan in Johar, which is like a very poor area. It's like
a place I would never go.
Exactly.
Sure,
It's a lot of Christians there. You know what I mean? So, and they'd be like, how come you go, you know, in this, as an insult, they called the bus out coming like a soap dish because it was shaped like a soap dish. And like, sabundani mein kyun aata hai? Like, you know what I mean? So, and I would have to explain to them, like, oh, my dad, he lives in America. And again, the more I went on with the story, they'd be like, I don't think any of this is real.
You do like Kevin Hart bits. You're like, well, I have a savings account and a checking account. They're like, that's funny.
I started lying. I'd be like, yeah, my parents are divorced, you know, and you know, just like that. You know, my mom couldn't keep him, you know. And just that was easier than to be like, yeah, my dad's in America, but he visits, and they're like, sure, and you know, it was just it was
No, I get that. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. That's what college was like. Yeah, and that kid is still doing way better than I am.
What does he do?
And that hurts. He has his own company. And
about like what? What does he do?
It's like a recruiting firm.
Oh, so he's a scammer. That's fine. That's okay.
But he went to like, I don't even want to say the college. He was like in London School of Economics. Yeah.
I hope he's listening to this and he's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I hope he is.
London School of Economics, rich kid shit.
I know. You know, still hanging out with the hottest girls from the city. You know, I'm like, what can, fuck that guy, you know?
Dude, why, like, here's the thing. Even though we, like, immigrated here, like, we still got done dirty. Like, I ended up in Staten Island. You ended up in Minnesota. It's still not, like, the best place to be. Like, you're not setting me up for, like, success over here.
No, I don't know. I mean? Minnesota was, hey, I'm in New York now, you know? But Minnesota was fantastic. I loved every second of it. Yeah. Even when I go back, it feels like home. You know,
that's cute.
Yeah, so I appreciate
you left the city. You left the Pakistani city to settle in an American village, and that's really
pretty much. Yeah. But it isn't though. People think it is. It's a flyover state, but it isn't. It's great. I loved every minute
because you can't fucking drive through the fucking
state.
True. Yeah. You end up in Canada.
Yeah.
The biggest sundown town of them all.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. But that kid is doing great. Yeah.
So would you settle in Minnesota at some point? Would you
settle in Minnesota? Fuck no.
No? It's home.
I know, but I would go back to Pakistan.
100%.
Why would I even do that? You know.
Would that be the ultimate plan? Like you make your success here and then you just go settle, like you retire now? Where would you go then?
Like settle?
Yeah.
Here.
New York?
Not New York, actually. No.
It's expensive, dog. I don't know.
Maybe LA.
On a comedian salary? LA on a comedian salary? I don't know about that, dog. I don't know about that.
Yeah. I'll make millions. Watch.
Yeah, through unemployment.
Rewind this.
The most unemployed millionaire. You're gonna be in like Pinterest boards and fucking like on Rogan and like, I stacked up your money. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have a private jet of the from the welfare.
Well, it's gonna be a public jet because unemployment is
You have no idea, bro. I have this scheme where I put in wrong social security number.
I can't wait to send all this to the IRS and the immigration department.
Yeah. They're like, duly noted. Thank you.
At the end of the podcast, just say your name is Sachin Srinivasan.
He was like, what did I do?
That's cool. Back to aliens. I forgot to ask you. What would you think Pakistan? Would you think aliens would come to Pakistan?
100%, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
One day. Huh?
Why would they?
They're like, oh, family members, you know? Yeah. Like, they look like us. They talk like us, you know?
When they came out with Jadoo, I really wanted us to do
a parallel movie.
Like it felt like like a diss track. Like it felt like a diss track. And I'm like, yo, we gotta clap back. Yeah. But then I saw our resources on PTV. And I was like, maybe we should stay quiet. Maybe.
I was on PTV for years, you know.
All right, you were a child actor,
right? I acted as a child, and it's. I've seen.
How old were you when you started out?
Acting? I was in theater since I was like 5. You know, so I've like acted all my life.
Yeah, but like TV shit and everything.
TV when I was probably
like 9. Specials, right?
Yeah.
I seen. You told me about when I googled it after. I remember, I see this motherfucker on my TV.
Yeah.
And now he's sitting here in front of me unemployed. What a crazy.
I started when I was 9. I stopped when I was like 15.
you just stopped because of school, or
it was too much. It was too much because like it was like most of TV in Pakistan is like now they have like locations, but back in the day, PTV, it was all like studios and it was single cam. So you had to do like the same, dialogue like 10 different times. And my parents refused to like drive me to the studio. They were like, if you want to do this, figure it out.
This is your dream. Like, you put me.
I know. And then they like took all the money that I ever made because I was under 18, and I couldn't do it. But they were like, it's your, you want to do it, just figure it out. So then I would like go with the crew. So the crew would come 6 a.m., pick me up. We'll go to the studio. My scene isn't it till like 1 p.m. I have 3 lines that I have to do. But I'm at the studio where they're fixing lights because like lighting took way more time than actual recording because it was inside a studio. So they had to fix light, make sure it represents, like the correct time of the day or night and, fixes on people correctly and stuff like that. And
because there was genuine work put into like some of the dramas that came out and they look good. Like it was good art. Like it was good production.
They would build studios, like take them down, after scenes and stuff like that.
Sometimes you see someone's house, like, yo, it's a beautiful house. And you're like, oh fuck, it's
bro. It's a set. So I would go with them and then I'll leave with them, which won't be till midnight because tomorrow, like at midnight, somebody else is shooting something else there. So they have to come in and fix the lights or whatever because there's like only like enough studios. So yes, I was doing that and it just became too much. And I was like, I hate this because it was just like one scene, then record again, then record again, then record again.
You're mainly doing dramas at this point?
Yeah. And I'm like, girls still don't like me. Why am I doing
that's what I'm trying to put it together. Like,
they still want to throw up in the
You on TV, you light skin, like you come from a decently like, well-to-do family. I'm like, I don't know what were you like?
I was very short and I had acne. I was like 5'4".
When did your growth spurt happen here?
Oh, like when I was like 17 maybe.
Same, mine happened really late.
Yeah, I'm like 6 feet now.
Yeah.
I was like 5'4" all my life.
Wait, sit up taller and say that again.
I am 6 feet tall now.
I'm 6 foot tall.
Yeah. Can't you see me standing?
Yeah, mine happened super late. I think that kind of is like. So I got like mustache and everything first, and then it just felt like it stopped.
I got a mustache late, like really? 20, 21, 22.
Oh, you were the baby face. That's why you're doing the kid roles. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So for me, that like I just had the mustache and a fake beard, and I was like, what kind of cruel fucking shit is this,
But that was considered cool.
No.
Yeah, he has a mustache.
When I be like, people be like, you look like you only remember half the Quran. You know what I mean? Like half of it, like you only remember half the Quran. I'm like, dog, I don't know nothing about the Quran.
To like the height was a big thing. That I don't have like tall guy energy even right now, and that's because I was like 5'4",
very
pretty much all my life.
Yeah.
Like even sometimes girls are like,
same.
I would be hanging out with sometimes with girls, and I'm like, I'm 6 feet. They're like, no, you're not. And I'm like, no, I am. And then I'll stand right next to like somebody who is like 5'11", and they were like, huh. Never thought you would be
like
this
I saw
tall.
you stand next to Usama, and I was like, Mo's not short.
I know. Yeah. I'm not short at all, but I give off
I thought
that
we were the same height. Because I'm in the 5. Yeah, you're 2 inches taller than me, but it doesn't feel like it.
I know. That's what's fucked up,
Maybe a bad posture.
Maybe, yeah. No, it's just the energy. I was 5'4" all my life, so like take that energy with me.
You're 5'4" all your life, minus 10 years of bullying that takes off 2 inches. So
the kids who used to bully me for my height are shorter than me now. How fucked up is that?
They're richer than you, so they can be taller than you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I met one of my friends the other day. He's a doctor now. He lives in Michigan. He was a good friend of mine growing up, and we're like he's like way shorter than me. And I was like, I remember looking at you like this, I'm like, yeah, shady out of me, yeah.
I didn't realize that I was burly. I didn't realize that. I always thought I was like a small guy, and then I didn't realize like I was like just a big guy. Like I didn't realize I was stocky until like I came here, and that's when I was like, oh, these American kids are kind of frail.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, because I didn't know like you could be like, I don't, like, because kids here, like, either you like build like your jock, right? Because we don't have like build kids like over there.
No,
like,
no,
one's
no.
like build like that. If you have a natural tone, sure, but no one's jack. Like, but you meet like a high school quarterback, right? You're like, fucking, what the fuck?
Like,
is this?
I am
But we're
normal.
the same width, me and that guy. So I'm like, what's going on? Hold on, fuck you. What's going on with me? Like,
yeah.
Why am I growing exponentially?
I am normal here.
Mm-hmm.
I am obese in Pakistan.
Same.
Like when I go there, the roles that I would get is like, hey, do you want to do this commercial for diabetes so we can tell people that if you're this weight, you can get diabetes and die soon?
Mo, if you don't get it under control, so you're gonna lose a foot. You're like, I am fine.
Yeah. They're like, are you dumb? Are you?
Dude, on Eid, my mom sent like a group of us in the WhatsApp chat, and I had lost 30 pounds, and people were like, is Farooq okay? He seems
Fat.
like he's gained weight. I'm like, bro, I lost fucking weight. Like it's like extra large as a size doesn't exist in Pakistan.
No.
Like when I told my friends that I'm like here in America, and then I'm like,
XL.
I'm doing fine, and like they didn't believe me. And then I sent them a picture of me like, seems like you're doing really well, bro. Seems like you're doing extra well.
You're eating very good.
Yeah, right. That'd be amazing. Like,
Yeah.
Like, it was. Yeah. Now I don't send shit back home because like y'all just nag me all the fucking time. I don't have time for this.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
I feel like you guys have glossed over aliens 3 times now.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about aliens anymore.
That's okay. We don't have to because they're not real.
They are, but
Well,
They
even
will
if they
come
were,
to
they're not
Pakistan.
coming here. They're
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
They're not coming.
I like that you like intervened. You're like, you really want to know the answer.
He did research on it.
They're like, did you really on aliens? Why?
Apparently, there's like biological remains inside the spaceship.
Yeah, but the dude who told us has a bandana on in Congress. How do how do I take that serious? He was like, the fucking real dog. And AOC's next to him. I'm like, oh, that bolsters confidence.
I think if it was real, Trump would have said something.
He tried to. That's fun. That's the most funny.
No, but he said he was like,
2021, when
yeah.
he declassified a bunch of shit that he put out, to allow the FBI to put out. He was telling everybody stuff about aliens, and everybody pushed it away.
All I remember is him just being like, yeah,
I hope the alien died of natural cause. Like we didn't kill him. Like
Yeah.
Earth was just too fun. Like
yeah,
just doing blow and just like
yeah. Lot of aliens.
That's a good impression.
Yeah. Lot of aliens.
We have the best aliens.
They want to come to America, quite frankly. If I was an alien, I would come here too, because
I hope they get unemployment.
it's the best one, Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it. I just wanted to talk about Jadu and how we just never got a Jadu. And I think we have the resources now. We should do a Jadu. We should clap back.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know?
We tried to do a scary like drama, and that was like hilarious.
What was it called?
I forgot what it was called. There was like a little kid who gets like possessed by a demon,
Uh-huh.
and then she like goes up north, and she's like by the chair, like, "Ah!" And at that time, that would scare the shit out of me. And now I looked back at it, it's just her with too much powder on her face. and that's our budget, bro. Like too much powder and hair just going here and there. We're like, "Ah!" Like,
it's like when an influencer starts out, like, they're just doing makeup and they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
you look
'Cause
at her,
I
you're
heard-
like, she'll do
I heard-
contour.
Was it called I Heard? Yeah.
Yes.
The song was scary. It just like had this like really like
Weird undertone to
it, and I was like, and sometimes, when we were like coming up from like if we were like in a basement and it was dark or something, cousins would fuck with you. Yeah, like yo, don't do that shit. Don't do that shit, bro. Don't fucking do that shit. And then I realized I'm like, wait. As I get older, I'm like, someone produced that. Like that's not the spirits didn't make up that sound. Like some guy in a studio was sitting there. And I got less scared as like someone seeing like a grown man just be like.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Also on the fence about that. I'm not
on the fence about ghosts. Come on, you can't be.
But how'd you dismiss
Those
aliens?
are
And we're talking about ghosts
Because I've seen ghosts.
You've seen a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Jinns or ghosts? They're the same thing too.
Both.
Where did you?
I've seen a lot of things.
Where did you?
When I was growing up,
Was it driving through Minnesota? Because that might have been a person in Minnesota.
No, it was in Pakistan. Right next to our house, we had a huge field just open, because rich, and and we would have like functions there. If it was some like relative's wedding or birthday party, well, like
it was
put a
agreed
tent
upon,
there.
like sort of spot.
Yeah.
If you're having too many people, you can park over there.
Yeah. So it was like one of my uncle's wedding,
Mhm.
and we leveled the ground because we were like, we can't just like walk.
I
Like,
think we
tilted.
partied so hard.
Yeah.
We've leveled the fucking ground.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. We let the neighbors know. No, we
The
leveled
Yaqub's party hard.
Yeah. We leveled the ground with like a trailer and cut the whatever the thing is called, and we found bones.
Mm.
So we never realized our house was built on a graveyard.
Could they've been alien bones?
Yeah, no.
Here lies Jadu.
Yeah. Just a huge dick, and it's like, what the fuck, bro?
It's blue. Like,
Yeah. Even the bones are blue. Yeah. No, all is like bones, but just the dick is just blue still. Yeah. And it was built on a graveyard, and I'm pretty sure we had like
I lived
ghosts
in front of
around.
a graveyard too.
Yeah, we had ghosts that lived in our house, and my parents and grandparents were like, "Oh yeah, but they're nice. They like help us out."
I love how they can determine that.
Like
Does that come
literally,
with age or like?
dude. There's stories that would happen. You know, like one time we were like getting robbed, like somebody we weren't home, and we were getting robbed, and then we came back, and the robbers were like locked inside the room. They couldn't get out.
That's a friendly ghost.
Yeah, and then we were like, the ghost was probably like, "This is my house, bitch,"
Right,
you know, just holding it at the other end, you
We
know.
get an American ghost and there's my property, bitch.
Yeah, and then we found them, called the cops and stuff like that, and yeah, so shit like that would happen. Like every night, almost every night, like on the rooftop, we'll hear like a ball bouncing and a bunch of like kids just running towards it.
That's creepy.
And just like laughing, like, hey, and I would be scared. And my parents are like, "Oh no, he has kids, and we're fine." Like my grandma was like, "Oh yeah, I know him. He's like really short. He has a long beard, and he's like protects." Yeah.